Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you're doing well. This week's Parsha is Teitzei, and it is the Parsha with the most amount of mitzvot in the Torah. So we're in the fifth book of the Torah, the book of Deuteronomy or Dvarim, and there are 74 mitzvot. Again, the most of any other Parsha in the Torah. And there's a ton of very good ones, and I'm going to break some of them down. So the first one that everyone often thinks of is if you see your brother's bull or sheep straying, you cannot ignore it. You must return it to your brother. But if your brother is not near you or you don't know who he is, you must bring it to his house and you must remain with the animal until your brother seeks it out, whereupon you must return it to him. And then at the end of this, it says, you shall not ignore it. And the Hebrew is lo tuchal lehit'alem. You will not be able to. Tuchal is like you will not have the ability to ignore it. And what does this mean? This means that if your brother, your fellow, even if you see this bull and you're like, oh, that's Freddie's bull, I don't have time, I'm running, I gotta go. The Torah knows you. God knows you intimately and knows that you won't be able to ignore the fact that your brother's bull is running around. You won't be able to ignore it because you are a good, pure person who wants to do the right thing. I think it's really beautiful wording. That's an idea that I got from Sivan Rahav Meir's podcast on Tablet. Sivan says 10 out of 10 would recommend. The next one is a famous one, the mitzvah of shiluach haken, that if you happen upon a bird's nest and you're going to take the eggs, you should send the mother away before taking the eggs. And this is not a mitzvah about kindness to animals. It's a mitzvah about kindness to people, actually. Because if you have the empathy and the kindness to treat an animal in such a way, how much better should you treat a human being? When you build a new house, you must make a parapet for your roof so that no one should fall and die off of the roof. It's like, these are beautiful things. They vary in importance, I guess, but they're all really moving to me. This one's fascinating. For men at war, people at war, you must have a designated place outside of the camp to use as a bathroom, and you must keep a spike with you with your weapon so that if you go to the bathroom, you're able to dig up the ground and cover where you just went to the bathroom. Again, this is like, it's common decency, it's respect for the land, it's respect for God, it's respect for others, but these mitzvot are fascinating. And this one I find is really moving as well. You must not withhold the wages of the poor or the destitute. You must give them their wages on the promised day. The sun must not set on it because he is poor and he risks his life to do it. That he should not cry against God and the sin be against you. That if there's someone who you know is vulnerable and you have an opportunity to make their life better, you should make their life better. Again, beautiful, beautiful mitzvot. In Israel, when I was working this summer, the guy in charge of our finances for the company that I worked for said, hey, please send in your invoice for this month. I'm going on vacation, but I really want to make sure that you get your wages on time. It's literally a mitzvah in the Torah. And I was like, I know it's a mitzvah in the Torah, but it's okay if you don't give it to me. And he's like, no, it is, I need to make sure that you get your wages on time. So I guess he thinks that I'm poor and destitute. Whatever. The point is that it's very touching and meaningful, and these mitzvot are still very relevant to us. And it's so amazing, these mitzvot of Teitzei. Again, this is Moshe giving his final, okay, this is what you guys are going to do to the Jewish people before sending them off into their ways, into the land of Israel, that he won't be joining them. And it's very moving that these are the mitzvot that are given. So, Shabbat Shalom. God willing, I'll see you all next week.